gangs, criminal and narcotics investigations, forensics, the Canine Patrol. You can learn all about that and more when you enroll in the Norfolk Citizens Police Academy. Officer Jet Sarmiento has the details about the 2016 fall session, and joining him is Gina Montour, who is a Citizens Police Academy graduate and a proud member of CPAN, which is the Alumni Association. So thank you for sharing good information. I know this academy is not an unknown to many people in the community, but for those of you who don't know about it, it's very popular. And the academy that you are involved in teaches people a lot about what goes on in a police department, which most people make assumptions about, and it can change their perception of who you are and who our police officers are, for the better.
Yes, I hope so.
Yes, so how many people do you generally enroll?
We normally go until 40 people, only because we have to limit it to that, because when we go to the jail tour, that is the maximum amount they are allowed to have in there.
Do you leave anybody at the jail after the tour?
Fortunately not.
I had to ask. It's a jail tour. It's like, oh yeah, well, that's just one of the things we do. But for somebody who has not really been to a jail, this is going to be an eye-opening experience.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Actually, from what I can remember, first of all, the oldest person that ever attended the Citizens Police Academy was 101 years old. And she actually took the jail tour. While we were in the jail tour, few of the inmates actually acted out and kind of blew a ramen noodles powder, which acted as an agent to burn your eyes. And yeah, she took it. And
wow.
A lot of people had tears in their eyes, but Miss McBride, she took it. She's very brave.
Well, you don't turn 101 years old without having learned a few things.
Absolutely, I agree.
So there's a reality check in a lot of this too. I mean, you're not. This is not pretty. It is the facts and very practical information.
Yes.
So you take them on tours, which is them being able to see some of the things you talk about, but you also have lectures, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually take a couple tours. First, we have partnerships with the Norfolk Airport Police. They teach us their procedures and the way they handle things. And when we are at the airport, TSU actually comes and talk to the class as well. The other partnerships we have is with, of course, the Norfolk Sheriff's Office during our jail tour. And the other one that we do is the pistol range, where we actually go to the range and they learn how to safely handle a gun, and they get to practice on our Virtua machine, which actually puts them in our shoes and determine whether to shoot or not to shoot in certain situations.
That has got to be pretty jarring, I mean, to experience that for the first time. Gina, you've been through the police academy, so you've experienced some of these things, and how was it for you when you went through this? Did you learn things you didn't know, or was this all just sort of like
absolutely
unsure? What surprised you? Is there anything that really you took with you that you just
the course was definitely very eye-opening for me, and each week we had a different division come talk about what their expertise was, whether it was forensics or homicide, the bomb squad. Each week you learned more and more, and you became so absorbed in it that you wanted to be there and you wanted to learn more. The things that really stood out for me was definitely the jail tour. I mean, that was definitely a big eye-opener. And homicide was a little shocking to me and grotesque at times, because they gave you the real stuff, showed you real pictures and talked about real scenarios. And it gave me a whole new appreciation on what Jet and all the other officers and inspectors and detectives have to deal with on an everyday basis. It was very inspiring.
And I'm sure very sobering too, when you realize just how dangerous the job can be, but what it is that they're doing for each other. This also is designed to kind of strengthen the bonds between our community members and the police department, which is, I think, is kind of a clear goal there, but that can be passed on from them to other people. And you get people coming in, I'm sure, who have talked to folks who've already been.
With all the police involved shooting and the way the media has portrayed the police department and police officers, the Citizens Police Academy is very vital in community policing, and that is our main goal, is to be closer to the community and form that bond with them, to show them what we go through. And one of the benefits of the Citizens Police Academy is you also get a ride along. So that way, when you have a ride along with us, it could be either a boring day or you get some excitement from it.
Ooh. Yeah, the excitement can be something. What was your experience? Were you on a routine?
Unfortunately, I have not had the opportunity to do my ride on.
Ah.
Yeah, when the date come up, it was another family matter that
Oh.
I couldn't.
That's okay. If you join up, you can
Yes.
experience it, and that's you just don't know what's going to happen because that's the way it really is.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, instead of what you think it is or have heard about or have never even thought about. I imagine that there are certain things that just never occurred to you
Yeah.
that they handle that is all a part of an investigation, which can be quite incredible. And with technology being what it is, it does really kind of change out what has been done in the past. And
Yes.
but you still have that human factor, which is the police
Yes.
officer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now this program is offered a couple of times.
Yes,
a
it
year.
is actually offered twice a year, during the fall and during the spring. We run it for 13 weeks. It consists of just some of the classes, like I said earlier, the airport tour, the jail tour, pistol range, CIU, Criminal Intelligence Unit, will come and speak to you. Forensics will come, homicide, and believe it or not, a lot of people as well are very interested in the way the dispatching system works, and that's one of the classes as well. It's every Thursday from 6:30 to 9:30.
So every week for
13 weeks.
Okay.
Correct. And the next, we are currently, we have 2 more weeks left on this Citizens Police Academy.
Okay, so you're about to graduate.
Yes, next week is graduation, and the next one is on August 25th
Okay.
until November 17th.
Okay, so the next one is coming up, and it'll be coming up a lot faster than you think, because
Yes.
time does fly when you're having fun. So if you're interested in getting involved and attending the police academy, you need to give them a call and call Officer Jet Sarmiento or email him and let him know you're interested. Are there certain requirements that eligibility requirements you need to meet in order to be enrolled?
There's only 2.
Okay.
Due to some of the graphic things that they learn,
Right.
you have to be 18 years old and above.
Okay.
Because of the fact that we go to the pistol range,
Yeah.
you should not be convicted of any felonies.
Okay.
Those are the only 2 qualifications. Is be 18 years old and up and no felony convictions.
Okay. Great. So do you get a wide variety of people that attend these?
Yes. All races, all age, from 18 all the way to 101.
101. That is pretty amazing.
Yes.
So do you guys, as a member of one of the classes, I take it you meet a lot of people
Yes.
through this that you would not have met otherwise.
Exactly. Exactly. I had 2 people from our Civic League who attended the class with me, and then there were other citizens from other communities that I did not meet until then.
Well, great. Well, everybody has that kind of common bond, which
Yes.
is very, very important.
Yes.
And so it goes on.
It
and
goes on.
And it's popular.
And because of the Citizens Police Academy, Miss Montour, she will let you know what she does, but she helped actually formulate the Youth Academy, which I run in her school. Would you like to talk about that, Miss Montour?
You have a youth academy in
Youth Academy, because I attended the Citizens Police Academy, there was definitely components in there that I thought that our students would definitely benefit from. And many years ago, the Norfolk Police Department had a program called the DARE program, where they came out to the schools and gave the students insight on do's and don'ts and that kind of stuff. And taking some of the components from the Citizens Police Academy, incorporating them into a youth program, and I mentioned it to Jet and his partner. I said, you know, some of our students definitely would benefit from these classes and give them insight as they're getting older, what to look for and things that they need to report, safety purposes, that kind of stuff. And since then, I think we've had five academies at our school, and same concept. We take up to 40 students, 4th and 5th graders. Some of them enjoyed it so much they repeat the course.
That's
and
great.
It's an after-school program. It's for an hour. The parents come out and pick them up, and this year we had one parent that actually participated and came each and every week because he was definitely interested, and I'm hoping he signed up for the Citizen Police
Yes.
Academy.
Well, so it all comes around. This is great to start them young, and all because of this. It was a great way to revive something that
Yeah.
used to be
Yeah.
and
The
carry it
students-
forward. So I appreciate you sharing just wonderful information. Now you just need to call and
You're very
see about
welcome.
enrolling and find out more about the Youth Academy too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Whether you want to learn or rather earn your high school diploma